Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back. I just realized that I titled this the wrong one. I titled this Morning Cup number 3, and we already had Morning Cup number 3. So later, this is going to be changed to Busy's Morning Cup number 4. I want to say good morning to everyone who's in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's gonna be a slow start for me today. I can already tell. I'm gonna need a whole lot of this. And for those who are listening on the podcast, that's coffee. Let me say good morning to y'all. Good morning. Good morning, Freckles. Morning. Morning. It's morning. Y'all, I think today about to be very tricky for me. First, I want to say what I'm thankful for. And you know what? And I mean this with all parts of my heart. I am thankful for my alma mater, the illustrious Howard University, and the education that I received from there, the experience that I received from there, the knowledge that I received from there, the outlook perspective that I received from there. I'm like thinking through. So I've been going through. Go up, go. What are you waiting for? I've been going through this season of, and I hate to be harping on it, but I got to talk about this with to someone. This real bad feeling that I've been getting from what's been happening with the Real Housewives of Potomac and the way that people have looked at and treated Candace. And I don't get it. And I think that a lot of it could be stemmed from my experience as a dark-skinned Black male. But I know that also a lot of it does come into play with regards to what I've learned at Howard University. You know, I say that Howard, I tell people all the time, Howard University taught me how to love me and how great I am as a Black male, as a Black person, the history, the power in that, and what so many people have been able to and have tried to do to tear us down, ostracize us, marginalize us, rip us apart. They took people from different tribes and put them together on one plantation so that y'all can't even speak and have a relatability to each other. And all of these concepts that they put together, how to break up a family, has been ingrained into our society. I'm speaking specifically African Americans, Black people's experiences have been ingrained so much into society where we have started to divide ourselves within. And Howard University is not too different from that. We had the talented 10th, and those who, Howard University, they teach you we don't, like, we're one of the HBCUs that we don't have gates around us, and the gates that are around us, those things are always open, okay, because we are a part of the community, not apart from the community. Where you had some intellects and some thinkers, if I'm thinking during the Renaissance period, where people thought differently about how we should mobilize and how we should move and what we should do, and how different we just think in perspectives and how we are. And a lot of that has been ingrained. I remember you had was it Marcus Garvey who was like, let's just all pack up and go back to Africa. And you had Malcolm X who was like, let's just beat up everybody. And you had Martin Luther King who was like, let's work within. Trying to find ways so we can just live normal lives and feel good in who we are and how we operate and what we look like. Then you got Brown versus Board of Education 1 and 2, and it's and this systematic oppression and change for the values. You got people working all these hours, so there's really no family. It's sad. And then I look at to me, I look at what Dorothy, as trash as she is as a mother, sometimes on this television show has been able to provide to her children. Because we go to Howard University, I didn't come for money. And people used to be riding around with nice cars. I mean, look, Cynthia's daughter was there. People like their children was there, and I could barely afford a token on the bus. Okay, but when I first got here, they was doing those paper things. Y'all remember paper transfers? If you're in the DMV area, you used to have that paper transfer. And these people riding around with Maseratis, Lamborghinis. I admire, and I hold strong to, and I hope I'm able to provide the lifestyle to my children that Dorothy has been able to provide to hers. And I don't care what anybody has to say about me buying them a house and a car, because I am. People want to thrive on living check to check or not being able to grinding for this, but what life don't have to be like that. Like life does not. It's so strange. It's so weird to me. Life does not. Why do you have to work? I mean, this is a whole thing about capitalism and all that stuff, but it's okay for you as a parent to, it's a lot of cultures where they be like, look, girl, you can stay here as long as you need to. Yeah. As long as you need to. And I'm hoping that I can provide the lifestyle to my child that Dorothy has been able to provide for kids. I pray to God that I am able to finally start a lineage of wealth that is going to go beyond me and precede me and go to my children's children. A level of financial security. I pray and hope that where my kids don't have to figure out, oh well, girl, you ain't worked for nothing. You didn't do this. My children, I'm hoping I raise them to be courteous and kind to all, to understand people's differences and to educate themselves on those facts. I pray to God that they wake up and they thrive and in education, and that you pick whatever field. Pick whatever field is going to be music. Whatever you're going to learn as much as you need to learn about. I hope that. I hope that, and I pray that. But then I'm thinking outside of that, because yes, that would be the idea. Well, sorry. I thought that people thought that those were the ideals and what we want to do for our children and our legacies. I'm learning now as I look at how they look at Candace. Black people don't care about that, and they don't like it. They don't like it, and I know my children gonna be like I just the vernacular that I use, the way I express myself, and how we all communicate. I don't think my children gonna be too far along from me, and it sounds like, and hopefully, when I do adopt or when we do decide to go to through that process, that I can get a chocolate baby. And then I'm thinking to myself, it's going to be so much pain and anguish that they're going to have to go through. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting teary-eyed, y'all. I'm sorry. Because people don't like you like that. And this skin color thing, and it's so weird to me where people feel like, oh, that's not a thing, and that's not our society. They used to have paper bag tests. Y'all remember school days? Talk about good and bad, good and bad. It's people don't see how they have these biases, that's rooted in misogyny and patriarchy. But we won't get into that right now. the way that they have looked at Candace, and what frustrates me more than anything else is that some people revere Ashley, and that's sad. That's sad. My child had to grow up and just hope that she found someone to take care of her instead of me being able to make sure that, yo, you can pursue whatever dream you want to, and if you fail, you have support. And but we revere Ashley because she's been able to s- secure the bag, having sex with that guy who's grabbing other guys' butts and getting legal actions against him. But the way that, if we're gonna be totally honest and clear about it, because I talked to y'all about this before, I did not love my skin color until I got to Howard University because I grew up hearing you're too dark, you too black, you ashy, you from Africa. Because someone yesterday was like, "Well, I don't see you as dark skinned, girl. Where? Like how? How? I'm not. I am that shade." And I grew up being picked on. I grew up being ostracized, and this is at the time that B2K stuff was on. People Light Bright was in, and if you didn't have braids and curl, because my hair don't do that, and my mom said you're not putting no texturizer in your hair. My hair don't do that. It don't grow like that. It don't do that. And I had to be a wordsmith. Now I did get into a fight, but that was because I was fighting with my friend. But outside of that, I've had to learn to battle with my words and cut you. I remember one of my friends, she would always say, "What I like about you, Busy, is the fact that you can make people feel dumb. You could showcase or highlight or ignite the stupidity in people without even having to call them it." And I've had to learn how to battle with people. Now it sounds like Candace went to a school where the girls are gonna get gutted with you. So we're gonna talk about you being what we're gonna give you hell. But you guys put dark skinned individuals in these boxes. Jesse Wu just had a video. My God, my God, my. If y'all not following Jesse Wu, the Jesse Wu, on YouTube, you're missing out. She did an I'm triggered video, and she talked about how it is to be a dark skinned woman versus a light skinned woman, and how she hates that. One of the things she said is that when a light skinned woman is acting, aggressive, as they would call a dark skinned woman aggressive, or I'm gonna pull up the video so y'all can. I'm not gonna play it. Um, um, they will call it aggressive or mean or have an attitude problem. They Let me put my headphones in so this doesn't mess this up. They look at a light skinned person and they say, "Oh, she's spicy. She's spicy." So why this whole spicy and I'm aggressive? Why is she spicy and I'm aggressive? Um, but y'all, I'm gonna share this real quick so y'all can see. If I get copyrighted, this is gonna go down anyway. But like, this is important to me. The video is called "I'm Triggered." I'm gonna put this in the comments for y'all so y'all can see it. Hold on, y'all. I go to my own video. All right, here we go. I need to take my asthma pump. I look like I'm breathing all over the place. Boom. That's Jesse Wood's video if y'all want to go see it. But she did this video.
The moment I realized I will never forget the moment I realized I was dark skinned.
Like,
bear with me. I was in high school and
that's a thing. People remind you. People make sure that to cement to you, and y'all have to watch this whole video. It's so amazing. I love the way that she's able to talk about her experience and showcase. Now, I think she's Haitian, but has lived here for like all her life. Um, and what's upsetting me is the way that people have been able to act like it's not. It's like they won't see outside of themselves. I say all of this to say, and make sure y'all go. Shout out to Jesse. Make sure you go watch that video. I say all of this to say, and maybe I will keep this video up, and I won't call it. Maybe I'll just call it. I'm triggered. I do gotta go to work soon. Maybe I'll just call this an I'm triggered, and then we'll skip today's morning cup. Uh, It's gotten to a spot where the arguments that people have towards why Candace is so bad of a person, also they correlate with what their faves are doing, and they don't see it. And it's now at the point where I'm like, wait, like, what are you saying to me? Like, so we can call each other crack, drug addict, alcoholic whores, sluts from Hampton University, the HI, because it was an institute at first. No shade. Is not more egregious than your mama. And I was rewatching a video that I did with one of my friends, and it was like, it's got to a point where they're like, oh well, you can that was Ashley's past, and Ashley doesn't do that anymore. She had a baby, yeah. But then when we said, well, Candace isn't doing this anymore, oh well, it's because she got a record deal. Okay, if she didn't have that record deal, she'd be doing the same thing. So you don't see the correlation of how you have given grace to someone because of their change, but you can't give it to this woman. Like it's I'm so outside of myself. Sometimes I feel like it's like, what am I watching? And the reason why I stay firm, and I'm thankful for Howard University today is because I know that I won whatever class you take at Howard University, and if y'all ever went to Howard University, y'all know what I'm about to say. Whatever class you take at Howard University is African Studies, is Black History. Okay, it don't matter if it's math, swimming, science, whatever. It is going to be ingrained into you, the differences and who you are, because you need to understand that perspective as you leave this school and go to change the world. And let me take this out. I can take this out now. I'm so thankful for the things that I have been able to learn, the lives I've been able to change, and the way that I've been able to see through it. Erica De Niro TV, she calls it this matrix that we're living in, or that we're playing in. But the way that this world has operated, and what we have to do through it. I don't sleep well at night because I know that this place is fucked. And it's so bad that it is ingrained all the way down to our community. And y'all, maybe somebody can go do this for me. Start taking a little note about which people hate Candace the most, what they look like. I'm just saying, the people think that Candace does so many egregious things, what they look like, or what their lives look like, because there's a reflection about something that's going on wrong with them. I was on Evangelist Valerie's on her show the other day where we were talking about people's perspective and having to block people. And I think it was the bishop. There's something that is happening within you that you are projecting on someone else. So look where people's lives are, and then look at what they look like. Because to be honest, and I hate to say this, it's been a lot of light-skinned males who really don't like Candace. And then you got a lot of light-skinned women who are like, she just goes too far. She goes a lot of, But then the people who are standing up for her, dark. You got your Wendy's, you got your Kiki Palmers, you got your people who are like, I don't think that it is this separation that some people are so lost and confused on seeing, and then those people who are acting in a colorist fashion and way also then want to be the one who speaks up for this is not colorism. How would you know? How do you know? I don't speak for issues upon indigenous individuals and immigration because I'm neither of those. And I can't sit here and tell those people who feel marginalized or ostracized, separated, discriminated against, harshly criticized that they're wrong. Because I don't deal with it. And it's the power of Howard University that showed me, and I left there with this, that Black people, everyone from Africa, the motherland, we come in all shapes and sizes, hues, backgrounds, legacies. We come from ridges. And we get here, and to no fault of our own, but we're in 2021. We have people saying, well, don't send them to a Black school. That building may be messed up, but the camaraderie, I'm telling you, what these students are going through, it is going to bond them it is going to change history. Why would I send them to a Black school? So you're going to send them to a place or an institution where they're going to relearn the lies that were told in our elementary, middle, and high school days, like Christopher Columbus discovered America. They're going to be hypersensitive and triggered on the Holocaust and see no change, though, within what we should or should not be doing in the Black community. So send them over to Harvard, to Harvard and Yale. My mom said I couldn't go to Harvard. That was a school that they said they had Negro quarters. And I wish I was making this up, y'all. They came to they come to areas where there's a large amount of African Americans, and they took everybody who was in the top 10% at high school. And she's like, "Oh, we really love this place, and this is where all the Negroes." Girl, what? My mom said, "You are not going to that school." I'll tell you what school you're not going to. That one, you could pick any school but that one. So I'm thankful for the education that I received at the illustrious Howard University, founded by General Howard for his daughters. We don't really need to go into all of that. But it was for a group of individuals who were not supposed to be educated. And here we are. I'm triggered. I'm triggered because I see sometimes as I'm listening, I'm waiting for them to pull. I'm waiting for someone to show me the way. Like, tell me. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. I will have questions during the process. Okay? I will have questions during and throughout the process of being educated. Because you're supposed to ask, oh, Gabriel here? Y'all, good morning. I'll make it make sense in here too. Because it's giving the people daily kind of remembers. Oh, thank you, ma'ams. I will have questions, but I'm a forever learner. I am going to always be a forever learner. And as you all know, I do I have learned and operated under a legal field mindset at times, a policy mindset sometimes. So sometimes I need to understand, wait a second, why is this looking like this way and that like that way, like this whole separate but equal? Girl, no, and not nan shit was equal. It was really just separate. Because how is it equal if these schools get the old books from the other school and then those people get new books? We're not equal. what what's equitable? What's equal about that? And why do we need equal? we, Equity is really ooh. Let me get out of here, wash my face, scrub my face, and go. I'm thankful for Howard University and everything that's taught me about me, my family, my kind, my people, and how difficult it's going to be because of the fucked up shit that people have done to us for years on end, and how we are going to look at someone within our community who, from our outside looking in, has a little bit of wealth, okay, a lineage that of wealth that can trickle down from generations, okay, and with their back against the wall has been able to defend themselves in ways and manners that will be able to make sure that they don't have to feel bad about what they look like and what they say, because the next person sitting next to them who has a lighter cue can say the same thing and it won't be as triggering for the world. Yeah, put your B's in the comments for making it make sense for some Folgers coffee. Can't get your Starbucks. That's okay. Thank you. It's been a lot, and I know today is about to be one of those days. So I'm going to take today extremely slowly because there's reviews that I want to watch. There are reviews that I want to watch. And because I just love people's mindsets. I want to hear your thought process. I just don't like them all. And because it's a sensitive subject that I feel like a lot of people in this world, especially in the back, are living and people are not understanding. There's beauty in in your melanin. And the people are so scared of you being educated and understanding and knowing. There's beauty in that. And I feel like we make it into this aggressive changing thing, and I don't like it. Let me get out of here. I need to take a shower. Yeah, I just put on a little thing and said, let's go. I want to thank everybody for being here. And I'm sorry that this may become, at some point, it may feel redundant, but I I can't stress enough how much of an issue this is in the real world. Like not outside of what's happening on this reality television show. Like Wendy said, so you don't feel as if you know that it's something that's happening within the real world, but you don't feel like it plays a role into this small group. You are the way that you're speaking and acting. It comes from that into this group. And you have to be a fool to believe that you look at the world landscape and outside or that this way and then don't bring it into your subsets. You have to be a fool. My family going off. Oh. But we can't talk about that. We don't get it. This colorism has to be addressed here and there. Girl, okay, so who's about to talk? Who's about to talk then? You? White lady, you? Yeah, I was gonna call this another I'm triggered video because I'm triggered. I'm triggered. I want to thank everybody who came up in here. I'm gonna keep this at 30 minutes. If y'all want to know more about me and everything that's going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this is definitely streaming right now. You can find me on Facebook, the BusyBlu, where you don't get anything special. Um, Make sure y'all push out, promote, share my last video. We amplify the voices of these people who should not be talking on behalf of the Black community. These people, some of these people with very large platforms, feeling like it's appropriate to down this dark skinned Black woman, but say it's okay. Say she goes too low, but it's okay for someone to call someone on national syndicated streaming services television, you are a whore. Okay, from Hampton University. You are a slut from Hampton University with an STD and an alcoholism drug addict problem. That's okay. Say stuff like that, Candace. Candace, just say stuff like that. Say stuff like that, Candace. Tell people you're an alcoholic, drug addict whore from Hampton, because they said that that's okay. Like Gisela Karen said, this is fun shade with a little bit of humor. Say stuff like that, Candace. Why say your mama when you can call people an alcoholic, drug addict slut from Hampton University? Say stuff like that. The people, I promise you, the people then will be on your side. The people will be like, yes, finally she's not cutting too deep. Finally, she's not going to the white meat. Say stuff like you're an alcoholic, drug addict, slut from Hampton University with an STD. Say that. Then the people will say you're not low. See how Candy, you see how me and Karen did that? She called you an alcoholic, drug addict whore with an STD from Hampton University. You see how we didn't cut as deep. Fuck out of here. Excuse my language, y'all. You see how we don't cut too deep? But y'all want Giselle to get him in. Because the people are lining up around the block, okay, for a slut, drug addict, STD, alcoholic. People are lining up around the block to date Giselle, okay? The way the child said that she is a slut with an STD, alcoholic, drug addict. People are lining up to see it. People want to date. Y'all really hate helping her date. But Candace goes too far when she say your mother's low budget. Robin going up there to fight. This is me putting your finger in your face. But Candace is low budget when she said, I'm asleep, I'm bored. She goes too low. She goes below the belt. Everything that Karen said outside of the alcoholism is about below Giselle's belt. You are a slut with an STD from Hampton University, you drug addict, alcoholic. All of that stuff is about below her belt. But God said, it's okay. It's okay. And what bothers me and what's making me harp on the issue is that we live in a society, in a world where people don't see the hypocrisy. And Black people specifically think it's different. It was funny when she said, I regret the Hampton part. Shout out to Hampton University. But all the other parts are true. She is a drug addict, STD having alcoholic. That part's true. But I don't cut too deep. Candace she really goes below the belt. You called Ashley a roach. Now that's too much. You got to draw a line somewhere, Candace. I don't get it. I need someone to educate me And when I say I'm trying to hear the side, I am trying my best. I am being open-minded. I have been very extremely communicative so that people can help me. I want to understand, why is it so bad that Candace says roach? Why is it so bad that people said, oh, you talked about her being a milkmaid, but these people are able to say stuff like this. And Ashley didn't say I was wrong for, girl, you talked about Sharice's saggy titties. You're being ageist, and you have been since the beginning of this show, Ashley. Milkmaid, filthy milkmaid, Darby, Barbie's Darby, Barbie. You have been ageist, but people don't see it. And oh well, Ashley's changed. She's not that person anymore. But then when you say Candace has changed, yes, because she got a record deal. You like it's so we have to. So who decides who picks and chooses? I don't get it, and it's bothersome to me. And I have to operate in a world in a space like this. It's 9 o'clock. Let me get out of here. I thank y'all for listening to me rant. I'm about to go get busy, and you guys stay busy. Till next time.